21 years ago, Sergeant Pat McCormick was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes.
If anything, it's a pain in the butt and a few other spots on the body.
Prior to his diagnosis, McCormick was training to be part of the K-9 unit.
I'm running, and all of a sudden I'm just losing weight like you wouldn't believe it. I'm thinking, wow, I really discovered something here. 25 pounds down in 3 weeks, eating like a horse. But I noticed that I'm very, very thirsty, and my tongue is like dry, just exceptionally dry. I can remember sitting in the living room with my tongue in a bowl of water, thinking that I need to hydrate.
Chris Bradley with the Juvenile Diabetes Research Foundation said that people often miss the subtle signs of diabetes.
They can include weight loss and constant thirst, and among others. And a lot of times people don't recognize the symptoms, and then of course the children have to go into the hospital for other symptoms because they're almost comatose, and that can happen too.
When McCormick suddenly lost his vision, he was taken to the hospital where the diagnosis of type 1 diabetes was confirmed. At the time, he was extremely dehydrated.
The doctor said that the ketosis that I'd been developing in my body, I could have been dead by morning.
In the hospital, McCormick was told he wouldn't be able to work the streets as an officer now that he was an insulin-dependent diabetic. McCormick refused to back down and got a second opinion.
He said, listen, you proved to me that you can manage and maintain your diabetes in a healthy and responsible manner. I will support you in all your endeavors. And here we are, 21 years later.
McCormick constantly monitors his blood sugar, and his insulin is always within reach. McCormick constantly keeps food with him, no matter where he is.
I can remember being on dog calls, barricaded man, gun calls in the back of somebody's yard with tactical team members hunkered down for hours. I'd have my load-bearing vest on. Down this side there are pockets on both sides. There'd be chocolate bars on one side for me, cookies on the other side for the dog.
McCormick asked if I wanted my blood sugar tested. I'm an adult and I was afraid. So imagine being a 3-year-old child and doing this several times a day.
Put this on the side of your finger. Put this to the...
God. I'm sorry. Okay.
6. Look at
Luckily,
that.
my number was 6, which is considered healthy, but not everyone is so lucky.
Kleenex is over there.
McCormick says the harsh reality is kids can't take a break from diabetes.
Kids deserve to be kids. They don't need to be having this stuff in their lives that force them to be different from other kids. I'm tired of hearing that I just want to be normal. You are normal. You just don't have a functioning pancreas. That's your problem.
We've managed to cure diabetes 24 times now in lab rats. Unfortunately, those cures have not translated to humans yet, but it does give us hope.
Just hold on to that.
McCormick passed along a needle as a challenge. To uncap each time before I ate as a reminder, diabetes never goes away.
We're dying from the inside, and that's my lifeline right there. And that's why we work so hard to create that awareness, to raise money, to research, so that we can find a cure for this horrible disease so that kids can be kids, and Pat too.
If I were a diabetic and about to eat this lunch, I would have to take 1 shot of insulin, and another shot before a snack, another shot before dinner, and yet another shot before another snack. Luckily, at the end of this, I can throw this away, but diabetics, they can't. Tammy Karatchuk, Shaw TV, Capital Region.